I don't even know why I'm telling you this. Maybe because if I keep it bottled up, it'll eat me alive faster than the game already has? Or maybe because you'll play it too. The screen is still burned into my eyes. 72 hours, 0 minutes, and 0 seconds. A countdown timer red against black, pulsing like a heartbeat. It wasn't part of the game's HUD, not at first. But the second I pressed start, the clock appeared like it knew me, like it was waiting for me. And here's the part that keeps me awake. Every single hour that passed in real life, the timer ticked down. Exactly, not game time, my time. I swear to you, I can still hear it. That digital tick, hollow mechanical breath. At first, I thought it was just some kind of edgy gimmick. A horror game Easter egg, a creepypasta brought to life. A meta joke aimed at players like me, who dig around in sketchy forums looking for lost titles. But the longer I played, the more I realized it wasn't a joke. The countdown was real, if you've even heard of this game. If someone whispered its name into your ear at a party, or you scrolled past a half-deleted post about it at 3 a.m., you might already be marked. I didn't believe that at first. Why would I? I was just another board gamer, numb to everything. Clicking through cracked download links and Reddit threads, where people dared each other to play the game that kills you in 3 days. But now I know the truth. And I know how stupid that sounds because it sounded stupid to me too. Until the second night when I started hearing things in my apartment that didn't belong. Until the third, when the timer blinked 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 1 second, and something knocked on my door. You think I'm exaggerating? You think I'm just spinning some internet ghost story for clicks? God, I wish that were true. Because the real story, the one I am about to tell Yudinin, to start with me staring down a countdown clock. It started like every other night of my life. I slumped in front of my laptop, searching for a game that might actually hold my attention longer than 10 minutes. It started normal, almost boring. But that's the trick, isn't it? Horror doesn't kick the door down screaming. It just seeps in, drop by drop, until you look around and realize the room's already flooded. And by the time I realized what I had downloaded, it was too late. Before all of this, my life was, well, depressingly normal. At least for someone like me. I wasn't out partying, or traveling, or doing anything remotely Instagram-worthy. My nights were usually lit by the glow of a cheap monitor, a half-empty bag of chips sweating on the desk. Beside me, and a backlog of horror games that I'd convinced myself I'd get through someday. That someday never came, of course, because the truth is, horror games had stopped scaring me years ago. Don't get me wrong, I still loved them. I was one of those guys who dug through every indie itch, I.O. page, every grainy YouTube top 10 lost horror games video, every half-finished Unity project some college kid uploaded at 4 a.m. I lived for those weird, broken, unpolished experiences. The stranger, the better. But they never really got me jump scares. Please, haunted dolls. Been there? Ghosts in the mirror? Yawn. My friends used to call me immune to fear. Yeah, if you ignore the fact that I screamed like a child the first time PT looped back on itself. Point is, I was a horror junkie. Always looking for the next fix, the next game that might actually get under my skin. And that's how I found it. Well, found isn't the right word. More like stumbled across it late one night when I was 3 hours deep into a forum rabbit hole. You know the kind. Black background, neon text, threads with names like Post Creepypasta here, and games they dante want you to play. Most of the posts were garbage kids making up spooky titles like The Smiling Man, EXA, or ROM Hack of Doom. But there was one thread, one that didn't feel like the rest. Didn't even have a flashy name. It's just 72 hours. The original post was short. Too short. Just a few sentences. If you're reading this, you've already seen the clock. Do not download. Do not play. Delete the file before it starts. You have 72 hours. And then below that, nothing. No replies. No jokes. No lol. Fake. Just a bunch of deleted accounts where comments should have been. Come on. What was I supposed to do? Not be curious? I scrolled and finally buried on page 15, someone had dropped a link. But when I clicked it, I got the classic error. File has been removed. Figures everyone in the replies said it was already gone, deleted, scrubbed. Except, not entirely. See, most people don't know this, but there's a trick. Mirror sites, backup pages. shady little file hosts where things go when they're deleted. And I've always been good at digging. So when I say I found a working link, I don't mean luck. I mean obsession. Hours of scrolling, clicking, running my laptop through the kind of sites that would make antivirus software cry. And there it was. The Mirror 7.2 game. Zip, that was the file name. No flashy title, blood-dripping font, just lowercase letters, plain as day. Like it was waiting for me. I knew it was a bad idea. Dante spent years wading through creepypasta garbage. Without learning that Dante opened the cursed file, don't read the words aloud. Don't look behind you, but are only scary when you believe them. I didn't believe, not then. So I hovered over the link. My heart didn't even race. I wasn't nervous. I was excited. Everyone said the link was deleted. Everyone said it was impossible to find, but I found it. And without even thinking twice, I clicked download. The file didn't even bother hiding. I no shady installer, no password protected, RAR, no readme. TXT warning me to repent my sins. It's just a single executable, sitting there on my desktop after extraction. 72exe. That was it. No developer credit, no version number. It looked harmless, too harmless, like the digital equivalent of a blank stare. So naturally, I double-clicked it. The first thing I noticed was the sound, or, more accurately, the wrongness of the sound. Instead of a cheerful chime or the usual silence, there was this broken hiss, like a tape deck chewing magnetic ribbon. The speakers let out a few strangled notes, something that might have once been music, before collapsing into a low, constant hum that made my teeth buzz. Then the menu loaded. It wasn't much to look at: black background, white text, but the options made me freeze. Continue, new game options, continue. How the hell could there be a continue option if I'd never even played before? I laughed at first, thinking maybe it was some weird dev joke. Indie horror games love fake menus. But when I hovered over it, my mouse cursor dragged sluggishly, like it was moving through syrup. The hum in my speakers changed pitch, like the game was listening. I should have closed it right there, but of course I didn't. Instead, I hit up my friend Mason on Discord. Mason, yeah, you get the file me? Yeah, just booted it. Menu's messed up. It says continue before I even started. Mason, same here. Thought it was just a glitch. You hear that sound? I mean, like a dentist drill underwater, Mason? Exactly. Creepy as hell. So it wasn't just me. Whatever this was, it was intentional. And then I saw it. Bottom corner of the menu, so faint I almost missed it. White numbers ticking down. 72 hours, 0 minutes, and 0 seconds at first. I thought it was part of the interface. Like, maybe the whole game was one of those you have 3 days to solve the mystery kind of things. But when I tabbed out to message Mason again, I noticed something that made my stomach tighten. The timer didn't pause. It kept going. Even on my desktop. Even when the game was minimized, that little string of numbers ticked away. 71 hours, 59 minutes, and 55 seconds. 71 hours, 59 minutes, and 54 seconds. 71 hours, 59 minutes, and 53 seconds. Me, dude, timer's still going when I close the game. Mason, what do you mean? Like, it's still on your screen? Me, no. I mean, the countdown doesn't stop. It's still running in the background. Mason. Oh, yeah, mine too. I remember just staring at the clock on my taskbar, comparing it to the countdown. Perfectly in sync, second for second. That was the first time I felt it. 8. That creeping chill under my skin. The sense that something was off in a way I couldn't shrug off with sarcasm. But Mason was laughing, brushing it off. Mason, bro, it's probably just some ARG thing. Viral marketing. Countdowns always make people panic. Don't be a wuss. And I wanted to believe that. Really, I did. Because the alternative that this timer meant something real wasn't worth considering. Still, I couldn't shake it. That digital hum burrowed in my ears like a mosquito. My mouse lagged every time I hovered over a new game, as if the game itself wanted me to choose continue instead. I sat there, frozen, watching the seconds disappear from my life one by one. 71 hours, 58 minutes, and 12 seconds. 71 hours, 58 minutes, and 11 seconds. 71 hours, 58 minutes, and 10 seconds. Me, okay, screw it. Wanna just play Mason? Hell yeah. Let's see what this thing's hiding. That was the moment, the pivot, the choice I can't take back. because instead of deleting the file, instead of shutting down my PC and walking away, I clicked into Discord voice chat with Mason. Two idiots, grinning through the static, about to dive headfirst into something we didn't understand. We decided to start together, because if you're going to enter hell, it's better not to go alone. The screen went black after Mason and I both hit new game. For a few seconds, all I could hear was that familiar broken hum, stretching like it wanted to crawl inside my head. Then the picture came in slowly, like an old TV flickering awake. What I saw made me lean closer to the monitor. At first, it was just a street. Cobblestones slick with rain, puddles reflecting the glow of pale streetlights. The textures were too good, not crisp, not glossy like AA graphics, but real, dirty, imperfect in the exact way reality is. Moss between the cracks, muddy tire streaks. The faint graffiti tag of someone's initials scratched into a wall. It's like photogrammetry on steroids, I whispered into Discord. Mason chuckled. Dude, this makes Unreal 5 look like Minecraft. Look at the water. Jesus. He wasn't wrong. Every ripple moved with eerie precision. The reflections weren't canned or procedural. They were accurate. We spawned as faceless figures in the middle of this wet street. No HUD, no health bar, no inventory. Just us. Then the first NPC walked past. I swear I stopped breathing. It was a woman in her late 40s, carrying a plastic grocery bag. At a glance, she could have been anyone. But when she looked up at me, I flinched. Her face wasn't modeled. It wasn't Uncanny Valley CGI. It was a face. Slightly tired eyes. Chapped lips. Wrinkles where wrinkles should be. I've seen people in real life who looked less real than her. Bro, that's not a game asset, Mason muttered. That's a person. That's a straight-up person. We followed her, half joking, half freaked out, until she turned a corner and vanished. No despawn animation, no fade out, just gone. Like we'd blinked and she'd slipped out of reality. I tried to laugh it off. Okay, it's probably some hyper-realistic AI generation. They probably scanned actual people. And how'd they get her eyes like that? They looked scared. I didn't have an answer. We explored further, and that's when the real dread set in. The streets, the buildings, the layout. It wasn't some random city. It was our city. Or, more specifically, my neighborhood. Wait a second, I said, stopping dead in my tracks. Mason, do you see that corner store? Yeah, what about it? That's the one right by my place, with the broken neon O in the sign. Mason laughed nervously. No way. It just looks like it. Relax, man. But then we kept walking, and the similarities piled up. The bus stop with the faded ad for a local lawyer. The mural of the basketball player on the side of the rec center. The playground with the crooked red slide. My stomach dropped. This isn't random. We rounded another corner and I froze, because I was staring at my own street. Every cracked sidewalk slab, every trash bin, even the crooked lamppost 3 doors down. Mason's laughter died. Okay, wait. That's not possible. This is your block, yeah? And it's perfect. Like, down to the cracks. Dude, what the actual hell? We walked toward my house. My in-game steps synced with my pounding heartbeat. Rain hit the pavement in the same rhythm it had outside my real window just an hour earlier. And then I saw it. There it was. My house, my driveway, my peeling white paint, the dent in the mailbox I'd promised my landlord I'd fix. Above it all, glowing faintly through the dark, was the soft square of my bedroom window. The same window I was sitting behind in real life. Mason, I whispered. That's my room. He didn't answer right away, just heavy breathing through his mic. Okay, he said finally. That's creepy as hell. But maybe it's like Google Maps data. You know, street view, photogrammetry, whatever. Just a super detailed model. But his voice wavered. He didn't believe it either. I took a step closer in game. The perspective shifted, and I swear for just a flicker of a second I saw movement in the window. A shadow, someone standing where I was sitting. I ripped my headset off, heart hammering, and turned to look at my real window. Nothing, just the reflection of my own wide-eyed face. When I put the headset back on, Mason was laughing nervously again. Too fast, too forced. Okay, man, I'm done. This is too much. I'm logging off. What? Already? Yeah. Screw this. Check it out tomorrow, maybe. But not tonight. And then his icon went gray. Just like that. He was gone. I was alone. Alone on a rain-soaked street, staring at the glowing window of my own bedroom, while the timer ticked away in the corner of my screen. 71 hours, 21 minutes, and 47 seconds. 71 hours, 21 minutes, and 46 seconds. 71 hours, 21 minutes, and 45 seconds. And for the first time, I felt like maybe the game wasn't just showing me a world. Maybe it was looking back. The next morning, Mason didn't reply.
Not to my texts, not to my pings on Discord, not even to the dumb memes I sent just to get a log.
At first, I figured he'd pulled one of his classic all-nighters and passed out. But by late afternoon, his phone still rang to voicemail, and I started to get that gnawing feeling in my gut. I opened the game. The title screen flickered, as corrupted as ever, but my eyes locked immediately on the timer in the corner. 48 hours, 12 minutes, and 9 seconds. 48 hours, 12 minutes, and 8 seconds. 48 hours, 12 minutes, and 7 seconds. I blinked. Last night it had been over 71 hours. I hadn't logged in since, but the countdown kept ticking anyway. It was real time. I clicked continue. It wasn't even a new game option anymore. Just continue. The game had remembered exactly where I'd left off standing in front of my house. Rain pouring down, staring up at the faint glow of my own bedroom window, except now it was daytime in the game. Sunny, the puddles had dried. Shadows shifted with the breeze. The world had moved forward without me. I should have quit right then, but instead, I took a step. The sound of my shoes on pavement was so sharp it felt like it echoed in my room. That's when I noticed something new in the menu bar. Community, I clicked it, expecting a dead link.
Odd.
But it opened a forum. Hundreds of posts, like a Reddit board, baked right into the game. The top thread was titled, Timer equals real. Don't ignore it, I scrolled. Day 3. My timer hit 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 0 seconds this morning. My brother hasn't come out of his room. He won't answer me. He won't move. It's like he's breathing, but he's not there. Everyone said the death started at exactly 72 hours. No exceptions. Nobody makes it past the timer. Please tell me this is just some ARG. Please tell me this isn't real. I froze. The timestamps matched actual dates. Actual times. Each post lined up to when I'd seen the countdown drop last night. Another thread was nothing but screenshots of the timer hitting 0, followed by panicked updates. He collapsed. She's gone. You're not waking up. And one reply over and over again. 72 hours. That's all you get. I slammed the menu shut, heart pounding. It was stupid. It had to be. Just a game with creepypasta baked in. Then why did the timer match real life? Why was Mason still offline? I tried to log out. The menu flickered. But instead of quit game, it showed. Progress synced. Cannot exit. Clicked anyway. Nothing. The button was grayed out, taunting me. So I sat there in silence, staring at my in-game street. The breeze shifted leaves. A bird landed on a power line. The mundane details made it worse, like reality had bled into this thing completely. Finally, I whispered to myself, I'll just stop. Delete it. Forget it ever existed. But my eyes kept drifting back to the timer. 47 hours, 59 minutes, and 31 seconds. 47 hours, 59 minutes, and 30 seconds. 2 days left. That's when I realized if everyone else was right, Mason's time had already run out. And if I wanted to know what had happened to him, the only way was forward. Curiosity, fear, maybe something deeper. Don't know what drove me, but I clicked resume instead of shutting down. And the game world opened up, waiting for me. That night, I swore I wasn't going to open it again. I told myself I'd delete the files, scrub my hard drive, burn the damn laptop if I had to. But when midnight hit, I found myself staring at the shortcut on my desktop. My finger hovered over the trackpad. Just one more look, I told myself. Just to see if Mason had posted in the community. The game launched instantly, no loading screen this time. Just straight into the world as if it had been waiting for me. Rain was falling again. I was standing in the middle of the street. The sound was an ambient white noise. It was directional, sharp, like I could feel drops hitting my shoulders. The surround was too real. And then I heard it. A voice. Hey, my name. I froze. The sound wasn't a subtitle, not a text box. Human voice, deep and crackling, like it came through an old radio. Don't you want to know where your friend went? My blood went ice. The NPC that spoke was just some old man model hunched on a porch, but his lips had synced perfectly. Nope, I muttered, ripping my headset off. But even through the tinny laptop speakers, I could hear him still saying my name, over and over. Slammed the volume key. Nothing. The sound wouldn't mute. When I turned back to the screen, the camera had shifted. The game wasn't just showing the street anymore. It was angled up slightly, tilted just like the cheap webcam I keep clipped above my monitor. The game was mirroring my own room. I yanked the webcam cord free, my heart pounding so hard I thought it would crack my ribs, but the camera angle stayed. That's when I called Ryan. Dude, I said the second he answered. My voice shook. This game, it knows my name. It's using my webcam. Ryan laughed like I'd just pitched him a Netflix series. Bro, it's marketing. Viral ARG. They've probably scraped your Discord or something. That's how these things work. No, you don't get it, look, he interrupted. You're just spooking yourself. Devs love that immersion crap. Don't tell me you're buying into the creepypasta hype. I clenched my teeth, listening to him laugh. He wasn't hearing the static hiss coming from my speakers, the low whisper that kept curling around my name. Fine, I snapped. Forget it. Yeah, forget it, Ryan said. Touch grass. Play a normal game. And if some NPC asks you for your credit card, then we'll talk. He hung up. I turned slowly back to the laptop. The NPC on the porch was gone. The street was empty, but something new glowed on the screen. My character's phone had buzzed inside the game, a little notification in the corner. I clicked it open. It was a text. No sender name. Just numbers. 48 hours, 0 minutes, and 0 seconds. The same timer that haunted my real life. And beneath it, a second line appeared, letter by letter, as if someone were typing live. Your choice is already made. My throat went dry. I didn't choose anything, I whispered. But the words looked too final on the screen, like a verdict I hadn't agreed to, but was sentenced by anyway. I slammed the laptop shut so hard it rattled my desk lamp. The room went silent. Just me, panting in the dark, trying to convince myself I'd imagined it all. Then my phone buzzed. One new notification. I grabbed it, praying it was Ryan. It wasn't. On my lock screen, plain as day, sat the same message from the game. 47 hours, 59 minutes, and 58 seconds. 47 hours, 59 minutes, and 57 seconds. The timer, still counting. No app, no sender, just there, burned into the glass. Dropped the phone like it had burned me. And in the quiet of my room, I realized I couldn't shut it out anymore. The game wasn't just on my laptop, it was everywhere. The next morning, my apartment felt different. Not haunted, not cursed, just heavy like every sound had weight. I checked my phone the second I woke up. The timer was still there, ticking calmly on my lock screen. 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 12 seconds. I swallowed hard. Only a day left. Out of habit, I pulled up Messenger and typed Mason's name. No green dot, no new messages, nothing. That's when I noticed the posts. Screenshots of his face plastered across Facebook. His mom's frantic updates on a local missing persons page. A news clip with a grainy image of him walking down the street 2 nights ago, the last time anyone saw him. Police are investigating, the anchor said. Family and friends are asking anyone with information to come forward. I slammed my laptop shut, bile rising in my throat. Mason wasn't ghosting me. He wasn't offline. He was gone, and the timer on my phone told me exactly when I'd be next. I should have turned everything off. Deleted the game, smashed the hard drive, lobbed the laptop into the river. Instead, I opened the forum. The chaos was worse than before. Entire threads filled with people posting countdowns, screenshots of their own timers. So matched mine down to the second. Others were already closer to 0. One guy posted 0 hours, 13 minutes, and 21 seconds left. Wish me luck. If I don't post again, you know why? He never posted again. The comments spiraled. Anyone else hearing voices? My webcam won't shut off. My mom's calling the police, but they think I'm insane. It was like a digital asylum. and every inmate was on the same death clock. I leaned back in my chair, rubbing my eyes. "This is ridiculous," I muttered. "It's a game, just a game. This is exactly how horror movies start." I even laughed at myself, this stupid, broken little chuckle. You know the dumb guy in every scary movie? It's the one who hears Don T go in the basement and then immediately goes into the basement? Yeah, that's me. I glanced at the laptop. The shortcut icon pulsed faintly, like a heartbeat. I was living the doomed idiot who doesn't run when he should. And still I didn't stop. The forum kept updating. Dozens of usernames vanished every hour, accounts going dark. People were keeping spreadsheets matching disappearance reports from around the world to count down completions. Every time it lined up, 72 hours, no exceptions. The certainty of it was worse than randomness. There was no bargaining, no cheating the system, just a clock marching towards zero. I should have unplugged everything right then, tossed my devices, walked out into the daylight, begged anyone to believe me. Instead, I stared at the timer on my phone. 23 hours, 2 minutes, and 11 seconds. 23 hours, 2 minutes, and 10 seconds. 1 day left. I pressed the phone to my forehead, my heartbeat syncing with the digital countdown, and I whispered the stupidest, most pathetic words imaginable. I should have thrown my laptop out the window, but I didn't. The last night didn't feel like night at all. My blinds were shut, lights dim, phone face up on the desk. The timer glowed steady. 5 hours, 14 minutes, and 36 seconds. Every tick sounded louder than my heartbeat. I told myself not to touch the laptop again, not to even look at it. But the game bled through anyway. At first, it was the sound-soft, corrupted menu music, humming faintly from my speakers. Except my speakers weren't even plugged in. Then shadows crept into the corners of my apartment, moving against the wall in jagged, glitchy stutters, like broken frames in a video. They didn't match me, didn't match anything. When I blinked, the shadows stayed. I jumped onto the forum, fingers trembling, searching for proof I wasn't alone. One thread was still alive, user dead Linus. Soon 1 hour, 29 minutes, and 7 seconds left. Anyone still here? Just tell me someone else is here? I typed back immediately. User Ghost Mirror still here. It's 4 hours, 55 minutes, and 12 seconds left. There was a pause, then a flood. Deadliness soon. It's real. Oh God, it's so real. My girlfriend won't come near me. Says I keep talking in my sleep. Says I keep saying her name in that voice. Ghost Mirror. Don't look at the shadows. Don't listen to the music. Deadliness soon. Too late. It's in the walls now. It knows my name. It keeps asking me to press continue. The messages came faster, desperate, pleading, until finally, deadliness soon. 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 3 seconds. Deadliness soon. 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 2 seconds. Deadliness soon. 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 1 second. And then nothing. Their account vanished from the forum. I stared at the empty page for a long time, an odd calm washing over me. Everyone else was screaming, panicking, clawing at hope like drowning swimmers. And me, I felt, still like I'd already accepted the water in my lungs. It wasn't just a game. That much was obvious now. I thought about the perfect detail in the maps, the faces that looked too alive. The way Mason's voice had bled through the speakers that weren't connected. This wasn't software. It was a ritual. A system. Something built to count down, and then what? Feed? Replace? Transfer? I didn't know. But I knew the timer wasn't bluffing. I watched the clock roll past the final hours. Then minutes. Then seconds. 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 10 seconds. 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 9 seconds. The shadows gathered around me. Their shapes less random now, more human. 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 5 seconds. The music rose to a crescendo. All static and distortion, but with words underneath. I couldn't understand them, but I felt them deep in my teeth, rattling in my bones. 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 3 seconds. The phone screen burned white-hot, digits flickering. 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 2 seconds. My breathing slowed. My chest went light. 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 1 second. And then, I should have died when the clock hit 0. I was ready for it. I even welcomed it. But instead of darkness or fire or nothingness, I opened my eyes and everything looked the same. Same desk, same blinds, same laptop, same phone. Except my timer was gone. And on the forum, new posts. Different usernames, different voices, same countdowns. 72 hours, 0 minutes, and 0 seconds left. Help. I can't log out. Does anyone else hear the music? The system hadn't ended. It had just moved on. That's when I realized it was never about killing me. It was about keeping the service running. Always ticking, always feeding, always finding the next host. And maybe, somehow, I'd already played my part. I need to confess something. The game doesn't spread through downloads. Not really, not just. It spreads through stories. Through the telling, through the sharing. Mason sent me the file. I opened it. I panicked. I told others. And now I'm here, telling you. So let me ask you something. Are you still here? Still listening? Because if you've stayed this long, maybe the game already noticed. Maybe it's already booting up in the background. Be that faint vibration you felt in your pocket. Wasn't just a notification. Go ahead, check your phone. Look closely. Is there a timer you didn't notice before? As for me, I'm not afraid anymore. The service never ends, but it also never forgets. And I've learned something from the shadows, from the voices, from the silence after 0. You can't beat it. You can only join it. So I'll keep telling the story. I'll keep passing it on. Not because I want to, because it wants me to. Because deep down, I think some part of me wants it to. Don't look for it. Don't search the name. Don't scroll through shady forums trying to find the link. Because once you see it, once it sees you, it doesn't go away. I wish I could shut up. I wish I never pressed record, never typed a word, never told anyone what happened. But the thing is, silence feels worse. Like the game is sitting right behind me, waiting for me to stop talking. So I'm stuck in this in-between place, warning you not to play, while knowing every word I say probably spreads it further. That's how it works. That's how it gets you. Not through code. Through attention, through the story, through me, through you. And I can't shake this feeling paranoia, maybe that you've already seen it, that you've already noticed the little cracks, the glitches in your reflection, the faint ticking sound that isn't really there. So let's make a deal. If you've heard of this game, if you've seen it, even in passing comment below, tell me. Not because I can help you, can't, but because I need to know I'm not the only one still counting down. Look, maybe you'll listen, maybe you'll click away, maybe you'll laugh and roll your eyes and call this just another creepypasta. But if you don't, if you stick around, if you go digging, just remember one thing. The second you see the timer, it doesn't matter whether you believe me or not. It doesn't matter whether you laugh or scream or pray. Because once the timer starts, it's already yours.